People always tell you vegetables are good for you. But what if I told you one very common vegetable, found in lots of healthy meals, could be quietly making it harder for you to get strong erections after 60? That it might be raising your estrogen, clogging up your blood vessels, and stealing away the energy and clear thinking you want back. This isn't scary talk. It's just how our bodies work. Sadly, most men over 60 don't know they're picking the wrong greens and missing out on the ones that truly bring back their spark. I'm Dr. Sophia. For more than 30 years, my life's work has been helping men understand the changes that happen as they get older, changes in their body, their hormones, and their feelings. I've seen with my own eyes how the food you eat can either speed up feeling weaker or wake up surprising new strength in your later years. Most men look for answers in pills, supplements, or exercise routines. But what if I said the quickest, safest, and most forgotten way to boost your energy, sharpen your memory, protect your joints, and even bring back confidence in the bedroom starts with just 4 special vegetables? And that one common, healthy veggie might be doing the complete opposite. In this video, I'll show you 4 amazing vegetables that help your blood flow, support healthy testosterone, protect your brain, and strengthen your joints, especially for men over 60. These are real foods you can find. No tricks, no fads, just smart, science-backed choices your body still loves. Stick around because right at the end, I'll tell you the one vegetable you need to stop eating right away if you want to protect your hormones, your heart, and your erections. Most men eat it every week. Please don't be one of them. Let's get started. Before we explore these 5 powerful vegetables every man over 60 should know, take a quick moment to subscribe and hit the bell icon. That way, you won't miss any of my science-backed tips designed to help you stay strong, sharp, and full of life. If this message hits home for you, type 1 in the comments below. If not, type 0 and let me know what health topics you'd like me to talk about next. Your health is so important, and I truly want to hear from you. Okay, let's begin with the very first vegetable, a natural powerhouse I love for older men. It's bursting with nutrients that don't just help your energy and blood pressure, but they directly boost blood flow to the places that matter most. For so many of my patients, adding this simple food made a real difference in their stamina, their clear-headedness, and even their confidence between the sheets. Let's talk about beets. 1. Beets, nature's blood flow booster. I'll always remember Jim's face when he sat down across from me. He was 67, a retired car mechanic, tough as they come on the outside. But underneath, he was exhausted, really frustrated, and quietly scared. He leaned in close and whispered, "Doc, I'm trying so hard to do everything right, but I have 0 energy. My hands are always freezing and, well, things downstairs just aren't working like they used to." That pause, the look in his eyes, it's something I see far too often in men over 60. And so many times, it boils down to one big problem: poor circulation. I ordered tests. His testosterone was a bit low, but not terrible. His cholesterol wasn't great, but not awful. What really shocked me was his nitric oxide levels, practically gone. Nitric oxide is the magic molecule that helps your blood vessels relax and sends oxygen-rich blood everywhere in your body, your brain, your heart, and yes, the areas tied to feeling intimate and confident. So, I gave Jim one simple task. Drink just 4 ounces of beet juice every single morning for the next 3 weeks. Nothing else new, no extra pills or medicine, just that one small habit. When he walked back into my office, I could see the change before he even spoke. He had better color, stood up straighter, his voice sounded stronger. He gave me a big grin and said, "I don't know what's in that red juice, Doc, but I feel like a piece of me came back." Beets work wonders because they're loaded with something called dietary nitrates. Your body turns these nitrates into that precious nitric oxide. This improves blood flow not just to your heart, but to your muscles, your joints, and even the parts of your brain that handle memory. It's one of nature's purest, strongest ways to fight back against what aging tries to take. They're also packed with betalains, which fight inflammation and stress inside your cells. Two big reasons for feeling sick and having sore joints as we get older. But the real magic isn't just in the science. It's how beets make men feel. More awake, more alive, more like their true selves. And you don't need mountains of them. Just a half cup of cooked beets, a small glass of beet juice, or tossing some into a smoothie can start turning things around. You might notice warmer hands, better stamina for your day, and maybe even a little spark returning in places you thought had gone quiet. Still, good blood flow is only part of the story. Because even if the blood is moving well, if your hormones are out of whack or your joints are stiff, that spark won't stay lit. That's why our next vegetable is just as important, and it's probably been on your plate before without you knowing it holds the key to better testosterone, easier moving joints, and a calmer, clearer mind. Let's talk about spinach. 2. Spinach, your hormone-friendly green powerhouse. There's something really comforting about the smell of spinach cooking. It reminds me of my grandpa. Every Sunday morning, he'd stir a big handful into his eggs, sprinkle on some pepper, and say, "This is what keeps the engine running, kiddo." Back then, I just thought it was an old man thing. But now, after 30 years helping men navigate aging, I understand he knew something most people miss. Spinach isn't just a leafy green, it's powerful fuel for a man's changing body. One patient, Mark, came to see me a few months after turning 72. His worries were ones I hear often: low stamina, achy joints, fuzzy thinking, and a loss of drive that crept in after he retired. "I just don't feel like me anymore," he said sadly. His test results showed what I see in many older men: low magnesium, testosterone just barely okay, and signs of growing inflammation. Spinach was the very first thing I added to his daily routine. Not a supplement, not a prescription, just a daily handful of fresh spinach, lightly cooked. It sounds so simple, but this humble green is loaded with what most senior men are running low on. Magnesium is one of the most crucial minerals for making testosterone, keeping joints healthy, and helping muscles relax. Without enough, your energy plummets, your sleep suffers, and your strength fades away. Spinach is also rich in vitamin K1, which helps guide calcium into your bones where it belongs instead of your arteries. This is super important for men worried about broken bones or hardened arteries. Plus, it's got iron, folate, and its own plant-based nitrates, so it also supports blood flow, getting oxygen around your body, and even brain health. But there's something else special about spinach. I call it a testosterone-safe green. Unlike some other veggies that might mess with your hormones if you eat too much, spinach actually helps keep them balanced. I've seen it help men feel steadier in their moods, more alert mentally, and more confident in their own skin, without needing hormone shots or crazy diets. Mark came back after about 2 months, and honestly, I almost didn't recognize him. He was livelier, sharper, and that little limp he had, gone. "I don't know what's in that green stuff," he joked, "but it's waking me up from the inside out." That's the kind of quiet, powerful change I've seen over and over from something as simple as spinach. And here's the amazing thing. When you start feeding your body the right greens, it starts remembering how to fix itself. But there's still a bigger danger most men don't see coming. Something slowly chipping away at their manhood on the inside, at the hormone level. This isn't about blood flow or minerals. It's about a quiet shift happening inside the body that many men ignore until it causes big problems. That's where our next vegetable steps in, not just to help, but to defend. Let's take a closer look at broccoli. 3. Broccoli, the hormone helper and body shield. Not too long ago, I saw a patient named Roger. He was 69, a proud grandpa, a retired school principal. He was always super careful about his health, stayed active, avoided sugar, did some lightweight training. But something just felt off. "Doc, I'm putting on weight in strange places like my chest, and I'm moody for no reason," he told me. He also mentioned getting up a lot at night to pee and a PSA score that was creeping up. We ran his labs, and one thing was clear. His estrogen levels were starting to climb, and his body wasn't clearing out extra hormones and toxins very well. This happens way more than people think. As men get older, testosterone naturally dips. But estrogen, that can stay the same or even go up. When that balance gets tipped, it leads to more belly fat, softer muscles, feeling down, and even prostate trouble. This is where broccoli becomes an unexpected hero. I suggested Roger add just half a cup of steamed broccoli to his dinner every night. Nothing huge. Within a few weeks, his mood began lifting. His waist got a bit smaller, and on his next tests, his estrogen levels were back in the healthy zone. That's the power of sulforaphane, a special compound found in veggies like broccoli. It helps your liver clean out extra estrogen and those sneaky hormone disruptors, called xenoestrogens, hiding in plastics and processed foods. It also helps your body make more glutathione, your body's master antioxidant fighter, which battles inflammation deep inside. What I really love about broccoli is it doesn't just fight hormone problems, it protects men where they need it most: the prostate, the brain, and the gut. I've seen patients struggling with slow digestion, constant joint aches, and even brain fog start feeling better simply by making broccoli part of their daily routine. It's not just a vegetable, it's like your body's own defense team. And if you don't love the taste, you don't need to force down a giant bowl. A small serving, lightly steamed with a drizzle of olive oil and a pinch of garlic, is enough to get the good stuff. What really matters is doing it regularly. Day after day, your body uses those plant nutrients to do what it's meant to do: clean up, fix things, and protect you. Roger still eats his broccoli every night. Last time I saw him, he said, "I don't feel like an old man anymore, Doc. I feel like me." That's the quiet change I want for every man over 60. But while broccoli protects your hormones and helps flush out the bad stuff, the next vegetable does something just as vital. It helps rebuild what time has worn down. Your skin, your joints, even your body's defenses, they all need this next one. And most men never think to use it. Let's talk about red bell peppers. 4. Red bell peppers. Your skin, joint and immunity protector. Years back, my father-in-law, David, came to me. He was 74. His main concern was simple. Everything hurts a little more than it should. My knees, my fingers, my back, and my skin, Doc. It just feels thin, like it bruises if I just look at it. I could hear the frustration, that quiet worry that comes with aging, the fear of losing strength, losing toughness, losing the body you always relied on. But when I asked about his daily meals, it wasn't surprising. Lots of bread, some chicken, greens now and then, but very few truly colorful vegetables. That's when I suggested something he didn't expect: red bell peppers. Red bell peppers are one of the most overlooked, underrated vegetables out there. They're sweet, crunchy, easy to find, but few folks realize they're absolutely stuffed with vitamin C, even more than oranges. And after 60, vitamin C becomes super important, not just for avoiding colds, but for something much deeper: rebuilding collagen. Collagen is the protein that keeps your skin firm, cushions your joints, and keeps your blood vessels strong. As you age, your body makes less collagen. That's why cuts take longer to heal, skin starts to sag, and joints begin to ache. But with plenty of vitamin C, plus other antioxidants found in red bell peppers, your body can start repairing what time tries to wear away. Within a month of eating just half a red pepper every day, sliced raw with hummus or tossed in a salad, David started noticing little improvements. His skin felt less dry, his knees didn't hurt as much going upstairs, and he stopped catching every little cold going around. He told me, "It's not like I'm 40 again, but I finally feel like I'm holding myself together." What makes red bell peppers even better is they have beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, special things that protect your eyes as you get older. These nutrients build up in the back of your eye, shielding it from harmful light and lowering the risk of vision loss. And for men who love reading, driving, or working with their hands, keeping sharp eyesight is absolutely priceless. And here's something I've learned from years of caring for patients. When a man starts feeling strong in his joints, sees clearly, and has healthier skin, something shifts inside him. His confidence grows. He stands taller. He sleeps more soundly. He connects more with life around him. That's the quiet gift vegetables like red bell peppers offer. Not just nutrients, but a feeling of renewal. But while peppers help rebuild and protect your body from the outside in, there's one last vegetable we need to discuss. And this one's different, because even though it has a super healthy reputation, it might actually be draining your strength, harming your hormones, and quietly stealing away your ability to have strong erections. Most men over 60 eat it without a second thought. Let's uncover the truth. 5. Soybeans, the estrogen raiser and quiet problem maker. There was a patient named Charles who came to see me not long ago. He was 66, a retired pilot, still mentally sharp, but clearly uneasy. He'd been feeling tired, getting softer around his middle, and something more personal. He waited until the door was closed to say it. "Doc, my desire is gone, and when the time is right, my body just doesn't cooperate anymore." We ran his tests, and one thing jumped out. His estrogen levels were unusually high for his age. I asked about his diet. He proudly listed protein shakes, soy milk in his coffee, veggie burgers a few times a week. He truly believed he was doing everything right. That's when I explained what many men over 60 don't realize. Soybeans, especially the processed kinds common today, can act like estrogen in your body. Over time, that quiet shift can weaken the very foundation of a man's vitality. Soy has things called isoflavones, plant estrogens, phytoestrogens, that, while natural, can mimic your body's own estrogen. Tiny amounts of fermented soy, like miso or tempeh, might be okay for some. But the modern diet is overloaded with soy additives, soy protein powder, and soy oils hidden in processed foods. For older men, this can mess up hormone balance, make testosterone less effective, and even interfere with your thyroid, all of which directly zap your energy, your metabolism, and your performance in bed. For Charles, we cut out all the hidden soy and swapped it for clean proteins and testosterone-helping veggies like spinach and broccoli. Within about 6 weeks, he told me he had more morning energy, better focus, and yes, a return of the intimate life he'd been missing for months. He smiled and said, "I had no idea something so ordinary could hold me back so much." That's what makes soy tricky. It's sold as heart-healthy, plant-based, and smart. But what's good for one body isn't always right for another, especially a man over 60 whose hormones are already shifting. I've seen men battle stubborn belly fat, emotional roller coasters, and fading drive, only to find the quiet culprit was hiding in their protein bars or healthy breakfast cereals. What matters most is knowing what you're eating. You don't need to be scared of food, but you do need to know what your body can handle now. Because after 60, your body isn't broken. It's just more sensitive to the choices you make. And when you start taking out the wrong things and putting in the right ones, everything can change. So, now you know the 4 vegetables to embrace and the one to be careful with. What does this all mean for your day-to-day life? How do these little choices actually shape your strength, your memory, and yes, your manhood in the years to come? Let's put it all together, and I'll show you how simple choices can start writing a whole new chapter for you. Starting right now. Final message from Dr. Sophia. You are not too old to feel strong again. After all these years sitting with men in their 60s, 70s, even 80s, I've learned something simple but deep. Getting older doesn't break us. It's the small choices we make, day after day that either build us up or quietly wear us down. And what we put on our plates is often right at the heart of that story. Today, we talked about 4 vegetables that do so much more than just sit on your plate. Beets to wake up your circulation and get your blood flowing strong. Spinach to support healthy testosterone and protect your joints. Broccoli to rebalance your hormones and shield your prostate. Red bell peppers to rebuild collagen and sharpen your body's defenses. These aren't just healthy foods, they're quiet friends, helping your body remember how to feel strong and alive again. And then there's soybeans. A food praised as heart-healthy, but for many older men, it quietly tips hormones, weakens erections, and steals that deep inner spark. I've seen men get that spark back, not through medication, but simply by knowing more and making better choices, one meal at a time. I'm not asking you to change your whole life overnight. I'm asking you to believe that your body is still listening. That even now, it can heal, respond, and grow stronger if you give it the right support. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to take that first step. So the next time you're in your kitchen or at the grocery store, remember this. These aren't just vegetables, they're messages. Messages to your body that you're not giving up, that you're still playing the game, and that you're ready, not just to get by, but to truly thrive.